Hey y'all, I'm Maya,
And I'm Malikiya.
and this is The Loneliness Cure.
This is the podcast where we dive into the behind the scenes of community building. We're going to explore how health, wealth, and faith impact community curators and us as well. This episode, we're going to dive into how we started our community, Texas Sistas Society, and tell you guys a little bit about us. But first, we're going to start off with an icebreaker.
If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Definitely pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza's so versatile, and yeah, you can just make so many different kinds of it. What would yours be?
Mine would be wings, chicken wings.
Wings, that's a good one.
Yeah, love wings.
What would be your flavor?
Something basic, buffalo.
Buffalo?
I love a good buffalo wing. So.
Yeah, buffalo is a good choice. Never get tired of it. So we're going to now dive into just a little bit about ourselves and kind of the before we met scene.
So I'm Maya. I'm from Austin, Texas. I've been here my whole life. I grew up here. I love Austin. It's a great city. There's lots to do, lots to explore here. And so I think that's why I'm still here.
Yeah, so I was born in Georgia. I moved around as a kid. I was a military kid, and I moved to Austin in 2017 for college at the University of Texas, hook 'em. And I stayed here ever since. I just never left.
How we met. So we met through our mutual friends. We met back in 2020, around COVID, actually.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, we should have been in the house. But, we have mutual friends. Her boyfriend is actually in the same friend group as one of my close friends. And, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once we started hanging out, we just clicked. We had other girlfriends in the group, but eventually they all left Austin, or we just grew distant. Still friends, but just distant, you know. And we were left with just us, and like, it's cool and all, but sometimes you just want other girlfriends, you know. And we were used to having other girlfriends. So we started looking for other women events that we could go to. And we went to a few, and they were great, but we would look around and we didn't see anyone else that looked like us. So from there,
We would also always go to events and think to ourselves and be like, oh, we can do this, or like, we can put this together, like, you know. And then one day we just did it. we decided in a week.
yeah,
We were like,
maybe two.
maybe 2 weeks. We were like, let's try this. Let's just try to put an event together,
Yeah.
Make it small, keep it simple. And it actually turned out really well.
Yeah, it was a Galentine's Day event. 40 people. We got so lucky with the venue and just everything. We actually stayed up all night before and had a breakdown.
Yep. Making what? We were making the food.
Yeah. Breakdown, had to put on some gospel music. But it came out really well. The community really received it. And so we definitely knew we had something on our hands. But fortunately and unfortunately, it didn't get to continue on. We actually put a stop to it. So we had one event and that was it. And then we started helping out some of our friends doing like concert album release type events. And we definitely learned a lot during that period.
Oh yeah. Definitely learned a lot. And it was a hectic period too.
Yeah.
It was a lot going on. But we did definitely learn, I feel like, a lot of stuff we needed to know in order to throw our own events. Like we
Yeah.
got to see a lot of the behind the scenes of what it takes to actually throw events and really all the logistics to what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we definitely needed that time period to just help others. And, you know, we had fun helping others too, because it was our friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're really talented. They have different gifts. And it's just cool to see all the stuff they had to do. And we just got to kind of help alongside them, you know, taking their dreams to the next level and really putting their best foot forward.
Yeah, and I think during the time as well, something that we needed to learn, because we're very resourceful. We're very like, we think big, and once we say we're going to do something, we do it. And I think that's our gift, but we didn't quite know that at the time. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really grateful for our friends who saw that in us and asked us to help them with these events, because it really helped to grow our belief in that we can do this, we're capable, and it definitely helped get us ready for the time we're in now.
Yeah. Really build that confidence in ourselves.
Yeah.
Because, they believed in us first.
So thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, friends. Thanks.
So then that brings us to May 2025. We decided to relaunch our community, Texas Sistas Society. And from there, we really just sat down, planned, and decided that this was our time to focus on us. And it's taken off ever since.
Yeah, we've just been kind of going since May last year. We got a lot of traction, more than we thought we would get in the beginning. And from like an event we really didn't put too much effort into.
Yeah.
And so it's really been a ride. Lots of different ups and downs.
And it's nonstop.
Yeah.
Which is what we've learned. And kind of circling to why we started this podcast. Our community is more than just networking. It's more than just, meeting friends, getting their Instagram, and you guys never hang out again. We really strive to build deep connections. And so the Loneliness Cure, why we titled the podcast that, is so that we can all discuss community in a way that it's not really being talked about, from community curators' standpoint, from actually being in the community, and listening to your community members. So we kind of started this. We started off doing No Filter Just Us on our Instagram and TikTok, which is where we ask each other questions to learn a little bit more about each other. And then it evolved into this.
Yes. So now we have this podcast so that we can just dive deeper into that in a more structured and get other people's stories also about how we, build community, because it's very, very important. Mm-hmm. We have 4 pillars we're going to focus on in this podcast. 2 of them are community and faith, because we believe faith is really important, and community, because you need both. You gotta believe in something, trust in God. I believe in God, trust in God, and it's important to do that alongside community, because you can't do anything alone. Like you can, but it's not the best thing to do. So it's really important to build that community and have that faith and those foundations so that you have people to lean on and trust in and really be there for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I definitely have to say that our faith in God is definitely the reason why we're even here today. Like I said, we are, once we put our mind to something, we do it, and we just have that backing that everything's going to work out. Yep. Our other 2 pillars are health and wealth. We are so health focused because that goes into your everyday living. You want to, have a healthy body so that that's one thing you don't have to worry about in your day to day. And we just want to spread different ways that people can stay healthy through our community. And we also think it's important to talk about how different community curators are staying healthy during curating these communities. And then wealth. Building a community is great. But there's also the money aspect of community that's not really discussed often, especially if you're not a nonprofit. But we will also talk to nonprofits as well. But we just want to make sure that that information's out there so that if you're thinking about starting a community or if you're just curious, you have that resource as well. So some of the guests we'll have, again, community curators. That's everything from people like us who have a group that we hang out with, or even church leaders, or maybe the coach from a basketball team, people that are curating this community and getting inside of their minds of how they view community.
Yeah. Just them sharing facts and what they've learned along the way, their journeys. We're going to share our part of our journey and how we've grown and come to learn more and more about community and different types of people, because you come across a lot of people when you build communities.
Yes.
And it's very interesting. It's very fun. This is probably the funnest job that I've ever had.
Oh, yeah. Half the time it doesn't feel like a job.
It doesn't.
Half the time people look at us and they don't see it as a job.
What do you do?
Which I think that's goals. So we hope that you guys stick along and walk away with something so that we can all be a part of this loneliness cure.
Yes. So stay tuned for our next episode. We're not quite done yet. We're going to give a shout out to our sponsors. We want to say thank you to the Concord for letting us use their beautiful space, because it is gorgeous.
Yes.
So y'all stop by, come see it. And then we want to thank Zadie Productions, our camera guy, for helping us film all of this and getting all the content for us.
Yeah, and we will see you guys in the next one.